All right, you dickheads, welcome to Listen Up and Fucking Listen, a dumbass podcast to distract yous from this crazy ass world. I am one of your co-hosts, the king of the Philly dub, Philly Mark, and with me, as always, is my cousin from not another mother. He's my fucking cousin. All right, you guys, let's get it right. It's the infamous Cody. It's fucking Cody, you guys.
Yo, what up, Mark? Fucking Birdgang.
Fucking Birdgang, dude. Fucking Birdgang. What is going on, my doodle?
Well, season's over, but I'm excited for next season. And, we got NFL playoffs going on. I don't know if you saw them games yesterday. It's Sunday right now, but
it's Sunday. The podcast is going to come out on a Monday. And as we talked about last week, our Birds lost. Don't perk because it's over. Perk because it happened. And in the meantime, you can still perk and watch the footy ball games because they are on. And like you said, Cody, we had two barn turners yesterday. I would venture a guess to say both upsets, if you will.
I was about to say the same thing. I put a bet out there and I lost both games because I thought the other team was going to win. Both home games. Both teams that were on breaks, they both lost. It was a huge disappointment.
Needless to say, home on the range where Cody's fucking lost again. Sorry, tough luck, Cody. I did not make any bets because you cannot spend money that you do not have. It's just the way I operate. And I don't know, dude. They were great games. You got to be happy for the city of Cincinnati. I really don't know what they do there besides eat fucking chili and take big ass chili dumps.
Well, they definitely perking over there, Ohio. They're like, that's a sad state. I do.
Yeah, they definitely don't call it Oloo. They call it Ohio for a reason. There ain't shit to do there. Probably get perked up and to get worked up.
Oh yeah, there, Cleveland. The mistakes by the lakes. Those are some shit towns that I don't ever want to go to. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but you never know where life will take you. But in this instances, the Cincinnati Bengals are going to the AFC Championship, and then you go over to the other side, to the NFC. We're going to the Green Bay, to the Frozen Thunder, and we could say the blunder at the Thunder if you wanted to.
Oh, well, yeah. I was not expecting Jimmy G, that pretty son of a bitch, to win that game. He looked like garbage. And, we're not doing Huns of the Weeks right now, but you got to admit, Jimmy G, he's a handsome man.
He is a Hun if there ever was one. He is a stud, throwing a tud. And, improbable scenario where Jimmy Galapagos Islands, he's on an island of his own now because he's in a fucking NFC Championship. And
dude, is he a Greek? Is that a Greek name? I think he's one of those John Stamos dudes.
I don't know. Galapagos is either Italian or Greek. Both are hairy. And both
are scary.
Hairy and scary. Yeah. You ever see a Greek or an Italian person with a temper? It's a pretty scary situation most of the time because you don't understand what the fuck they're saying.
Oh, yeah. They're all fucked up on limoncello or orzo, and they're foaming at the mouth. They smell like garlic, and you can't get near them or they'll wrestle you.
I would say that is the typical cologne of an Italian person. I wonder if they fucking, if you go down Italy, if you're going over there and you just go into a store, it's like they're just selling like fucking bottled up garlic oil.
Dude, my armpits, they smell like a garlic all the time.
Dude, instead of like people just like if you're abroad, if you're some who are trying to score, it's just like, you fucking smell, hon, but you know what? I got a quick fix to this. Let me just fucking rub some bread up against them pits, and then I got some seasoning for the pleasing.
Oh, yeah, you already got the oil up there and the garlic. You're ready to go with a baguette.
Yeah, baguette me not. But like, listen, we're already off the rails of this crazy train. Maybe as like, Cody can attest to earlier, we were talking about that Mercury is in retrofade. It is in retrofade. Now, I'm not 100% sure what that means. Do you know what that means, dude?
Well, I know one time I broke open a thermometer and I drank the the liquid metal that's in it. It turns out it's called mercury. So it's also one of the periodicals of elements. So don't drink mercury; it's bad for you. And I think mercury in like retrograde, it's I think it's like a beverage like Gatorade, and they're saying don't drink the mercury. It's not Gatorade.
It's not Gatorade. It's retrograde. Yeah. All right, fair enough. It's funny. You mentioned a mercury. I did get mercury poison once because I don't know if you know this to the listeners. So listen up and fucking listen. We usually don't drop knowledge. We don't drop truth bombs, but this is a scientific fact. One time I was going down on a broad too much, and I got mercury poisoning.
Dude.
Did you hear that? Did you know it's true? Because they say, right, the same, if you eat too much sushi, you can get mercury retrograde poisoning. And the same thing applies to the broad. If you're going down there and you're fucking munching on the tuna.
Dude, how often were you munching down there?
Dude, I was in the hospital for I was down there for a little bit, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I was, if you ever been down there when you're really, really drunk, yeah, you're just going through the motions.
Wow, you went to the all-you-can-eat buffet.
And I did eat all I could. It still did not have the girl climax. It still didn't work. And you know how sometimes you do that. You do the groundhog, John, where it's like you're going down on them and then you're kind of popping up for approval to like see if you're doing it right. And she's just like, nah, get back down there. There's still 6 more months of winter.
I was right about to say that.
Yes. I learned my lesson. Since then, I don't really if I'm going downtown, I do it a lickety split. I do lick, and then I split.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, well, you just got to lube it up before you slide on in there. That's all you need, a couple licks to get it going. I'm not someone, I'm not afraid to do it, but I'm not going to be down there, putting a bib on, getting in there for long periods of time. I just kind of get bored with it, or maybe I just, I get too excited. I got to get up in there. So kudos to you. I'm sure our women listeners would love to hear, their box getting munched until the guy has to get to the hospital. So good for you.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what this is about too, because we're equal opportunity offenders. We do have lots of male listeners. We do have lots of female listeners. And if, this is something you're hearing that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, life is uncomfortable. And we're just trying to navigate these waters best we can. And the waters can sometimes be a little choppy. And further score, it is like, munching is kind of like mining for diamonds. You're not always going to get a diamond, but sometimes you got to find the diamond in the muff. That's where the saying comes from.
Yeah. And well, I found some chunks of something down there. I'm not sure if they're diamonds, but they were crusty. But hey, that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, keep it let's turn the table, if you will, because we don't want to have the whole talk on Cunnaminkus. We don't want to do that. It was I haven't seen you, dude, in a week, because I have not been leaving my house. I shouldn't say my house, my mom's house. I haven't been leaving it because it's too goddamn cold out.
Yeah, well, it's colder than a witch's titty out there. And you got the scary, Amirion out there. So I've been locked up. I'm with my mom still, trying to get into my new place, get away from all them mice. So I'm just camped out up here with my moms. That's fine. We're grown men living with our moms. That's not weird, right?
There's nothing wrong with that. All right, you guys, it's 2022. Let's normalize being poor and living with your folks. Because
it's how they do it in Europe, right?
That's how they do it in Europe.
We're like Europeans.
Yeah, if you think about it, and as I've addressed on this pod before, dudes, I'm a big time napper, so I'm all about the siesta life.
Oh yeah, that's right. And and I like drinking wine, so there you go.
Last week, Codeman was drinking some fucking Kirkland brand scotch. Did they make Kirkland brand wine too?
They do. Yeah, it's I forget what it's called. It does taste like ass, but it is cheap as hell, and it comes in like a gallon bucket. So
They
it's
probably just got fucking
affordable.
bulls back there, like fucking just stomping on like fucking grapes, and it just funnels into a bottle, and then they just put it on the shelf.
Well, that's how most wine is made, but I don't know about these grapes. I think they're stepping on a watered down gummy bears or something, because it doesn't taste like a real grape, but it does get you fucked up. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, and I mean that's really all you can do right now while you're staying indoors. Whether you're getting perked up, schneefed up, wind up, toked up, choked up, whatever you want is kind of like kind of what you got to do to spend the time. I know I've been spending my time as per usual watching a lot of televisions.
Oh, okay. Right? What do you got going on right now?
Well, I mean, show? I don't know. Like, I kind of like it does have invitations on my hunt of the week, so I guess we could go into that.
All right, let's do it. Hunt of the week.
Hey, Han, you're the Han of the week. Hey, Han, you're the Han of the week. I fucking love you, Han.
Yeah, that's right. That's me. That's your boy, Philly Mark, on the keys.
Beautiful. All right?
If you please. All right, so Code Man, I'm just gonna put my bathing suit on and just dive right on into it. There's a show that I'm watching, or the season just ended. It is on Showtime. All right. And I ain't talking about the Subway Johns where they're on the subway saying it's showtime. I'm talking about the fucking network. And it's a little show called The Yellow Jackets.
Oh.
You heard of this?
I haven't heard of it. I heard it. It's like a white version of that Korean show. What's that called?
White Parasites?
No.
White Squid Games.
Oh, yeah, I heard it's White Squid
Games. So you're saying, all right, I mean, I've never heard that comparison, but yeah, you could say that it's Yellow Jackets, the white people Squid Games. All right, fair enough. So my actual hunt of the week is the whole cast.
Oh, right? Is it all women?
It's all women's. And the best part about the women's is you see high school versions of them, and then you see grown up versions of them.
Okay.
So you can be a creep. You can creep on the high school versions of them.
Okay.
And then when you want to see them grown up nippy titties, you can fantasize about the older ones. But basically, the moral of the gory of it is the soccer team. All right, they're going to national championships, and a plane crashes. All right, plane crashes. Some people die, most of them don't. And it's how are they going to survive in the Canadian wilderness?
Oh.
And the implications are that they turn into cannibals and they start eating each other.
Been there.
All right. So it's a story of these broads. How are they going to survive? All these secrets. So you've got Christina Ricci's.
Oh, I love Christina
we knew
Ricci.
her. Yeah, we knew her as a little hun from Casper's and Wednesday Addams.
Of course.
Juliette Lewis from Natural Born Killers.
Oh, my God. I love both these women. I didn't know they were in there.
Lots of talent on this show, Code Man. But it just really makes you think. And usually when I think, I'm taking a stink. So when I'm thinking about this one, I'm in the bathroom on toilet. Would you, if you had to eat someone to survive, would you eat someone to survive?
Yeah, there's that movie Alive. You remember that where they crash in the snowy mountains? They're like a Peruvian rugby
soccer team. Rugby soccer. It's the same shit.
And then they're in the snow, and the one dude, they're starving. They ate all the little tiny piece of chocolate, and he cuts off a piece of dude's ass and eats it. And ever since I was a kid, I saw that, and I was thinking, would I eat another dude's ass? And it depends on how it's cooked. I'm not going to go down there with some syrup and licking buttholes or anything, but
no, of course not. You gotta cook the meat. You gotta cook the meat.
Look, if I gotta survive, if I gotta do it, I think I might eat some ass. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. That might be the best combination of muscle and fat.
I think so. I mean, you think of a rump roast. I assume that's the ass of a pig or something, because they got rump in there, and that tastes delicious.
And that's like typically what they say with the hot dogs in real life. The hot dogs are like pig lips assholes.
Yeah, every part. It's the same with Scrapple. Every part of the pig except the oink.
Yeah, you know what? So like, if you think about it, like us eating Scrapple has trained us if we ever get into a plane crash to be cannibals.
All right, now I will be on. I mean, if it was you and I would eat somebody else before I ate you. It would feel weird eating you. So I hope you would do the same for me.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I would say I would probably hesitate to eat you, not because you're family, probably because I don't think you're gonna taste good. You're probably gonna taste like shit, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna definitely taste like my ass will taste like ass because there is nothing but Cheetos and perks stored up in them fat cells, I'm sure.
I was gonna say, dude, I slice off any part of your body. It is probably the equivalent of a meal that I've had at a Kirkland. A Kirkland brand, if you will. I don't think there's any part of you that would probably taste good. No, I'm not trying to show offenses.
Yeah,
but dude,
I don't know. I think my dick would taste like a Slim Jim though. Just dry it out.
Yeah, just dry it out. And it's probably, if you think about it, it's probably going to taste good because it's not really used that much. You don't use it that much.
No, but you know, it's basted in oil all the time.
And you know, the thing about you, dude, is like, all right, if we're talking about cannibalism, stuff like that, you Scott.
I can't believe how do we get into eating each other's dicks?
And we're talking about cannibalism from the show Yellow Jackets on Showtime. Obviously, I can't afford Showtime. I talked to a pirate, an actual pirate, and he gave it to me. So that's how I got it pirated. But no, that's how we're talking about. You got to do that shit to survive. That's why they're my Huns of the Week, because they're doing whatever it takes to survive. But to go back to your dick, to go back to your jaw meat, I'd say it's got at least like 3.5 inches. So that could probably feed 2 people.
Come on. Well, you know, after you dry it out, it does shrink. It's like
that's what I mean, dude. I wasn't trying to shit talk your dick.
No, dude.
I'm talking about when it shrivels down. Because just same way they dry age beef, right? I don't know if you've noticed, because I worked at a Texas Longhorn Steakhouse for a little bit. Dry age beef, they don't have any there, but like I've been told, if you get like a pound of dry beef, then you dry age it shrinks down considerably.
Yeah. Oh, well, then my dick will be like a Tic Tac then.
Yeah. So to anyone who's still listening right now, you know, just like we appreciate it. The numbers are going up every week. And we get some real nice messages of people that, you know, our mission statement, our missionary position, if you will, is we just want to distract people from what's going on in the world. So not talking about the scary things in the world, talking about a little bit less scary things like cannibalism.
Yeah, we might have gotten a little bit into the scary stuff on this.
All right, so let's go away from scary. Those were not my perspirations. Was to scare people at my Hunt of the Week. So, Code Man, who's your Hunt of the Week?
All right, this one is not scary at all. Well, it depends on how you look at it. My Hunt of the Week is brown M&M.
Brown M&M.
Yeah, dude. That's the hottest one. The Browns always got them stiletto heels, got the nice legs, and
ain't
you
it
know
the green
down
one?
with the brown. The green one is that one's like cliche.
Wait, you're talking about this? You're talking about the sexy one that they're saying she can't wear heels no more.
Yeah, which I find offensive. Look, like if I want to fuck a cartoon, that's my American right, okay? And now they're saying, oh, we got to make this ambidextrous or whatever it's called, where you know, you don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
Yeah, ambidextrous. That's exactly what it means.
And it's like, yeah, why can't it just be a sexy female cartoon candy? And why can't I want to, you know, beat my Snickers bar to it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, exactly, dude. Hungry, why wait? And like, seriously, it's like, if you think about it, a lot of people are probably buying M&Ms because of how sexy that particular M&M is. I know if I'm going in a store and I'm like, Reese's Pieces, 100 grand, 10, whatever. It's like, I just see the M&M and I start thinking about the legs, with the fucking those pump stilettos.
Oh, and then what's the melt in your come in your mouth, not in your hand, that kind of thing.
Exactly. That is well, that's yeah, you're saying like a cartoon thing. I'm on the fence about that, but sometimes you do if you just go on the Pornhubs, like you know. Sometimes they just sneak in those little pop-up ads. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, where it's like Marge Simpson's getting double teamed by fucking Homer and Barney or Moe. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, dude, are you kidding me? That's the only things I go to.
And it's just like Lois Griffin pops.
I don't even go to Pornhub for humans. I only go for cartoons turned into, sexy.
You're disgusting. Because then they have like, then they got all these other broads like fucking Lois Griffin, but just with like huge nippy titties.
Oh, dude, right? Have you seen the Smurf one? Smurf one's hot.
Yeah, and it's like, and then there's other ones.
They got huge blue cocks.
It's just like I'm just trying to slap in a nap, and then they got other ones where it's like a pop down ad of a fucking ogre fucking a fucking human being.
Dude, I comment on those videos like good stuff. Keep it up. You can go on to any of those. You'll see Cousin Cody. Thumbs up and just words of encouragement.
I don't know what's worse on the Pornhubs is people who leave comments or like me. Sometimes I'll actually read them just out of curiosity to see what's going on in the world, what people are thinking.
The comment section on Pornhub is some of the best stuff on the internet. And I love the share button. Like there's a social media share button, in case you want to, throw that on Facebook for your Aunt Denise to see.
Just a mental picture of some fucking chody fat like ball with just like sitting there with his fucking pants off and his fucking like tube socks on, just like, next time show less of the guy's asshole when you're shooting. Around. Like given the like director's notes.
Yeah. Oh man,
those people are dickheads. I mean, like,
all right. Well, we can save that for the dickhead of the week. Maybe we should get into it. Let's do it.
Yeah, and just like right before we head into our final segment, thank yous for being troopers and hanging in.
This one was edgy.
This is edgy. I think it's a reflection of what's going on in the world right now. I feel like we're all going back to losing our goddamn minds. And I know, and this makes sense. It's getting edgy because we're just horned up. We're all inside. Mm-hmm. And we're horned up and we're
corned up. Eating corn and getting horny. We're horned and corned. But let's get into our dickhead of the week.
It's the dickhead of the week. It's the dickhead of the fucking week. I fucking hate your guts, you piece of fucking shit.
Dude.
We do. All right. Well, we kind of already did a dickhead of the week. Do you have one?
I got one. You got one?
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
You want to just say it on 3?
Fine.
All right.
All right. All right, 1, 2, 3. Aaron Rodgers. You said it too. I knew it. Dude. Fuck that dude. He leaves a bad taste in my mouth like some Kirkland wine.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's just something like, I, for all of our loyal listeners, my whole thing, my New Year's resolution was to have more haters. You just like, not to be a hippopotamus, but like I too hate on Aaron Rodgers. Why? Because he's got more than me. He's got everything. The biggest thing he's got a big fucking mouth. And I ain't talking about all the other stuff, the political stuff. With that, we don't do that on this podcast. I'm just talking about purely of you're one of the supposedly the best quarterback in the whole goddamn world. Okay, but you can't win the goddamn big game. And that's the equivalent of me, Code Man. Like I see a broad in a bar. I'm talking a big game. I'm going to make you do so many comes, hon. I'm gonna go down there, and I don't care if I do get mercury poisoning, all right? And then I'm talking all this game, but then when it comes down to it, I go first base, I go second base, I go third base. But when it's time to come sliding in the home, I can't either get it up, get it in, or do anything. So that's what I'm saying is it's like that's the equivalent for me. It's like you're going to talk it up. You got to follow through, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's basically equivalent of your perk dick trying to have sex.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it. And, because of that, I mean, I question, is this dude a Hall of Famer? Because, he's let us down so many times,
more like a Hall of Lamer.
Yeah.
So we're saying regular season, this dude's jaw meat is on fire. It's hard. It's like he is first ballot, but the second it gets to the playoffs, he's got perk dick, he's got coke dick, he's got Kirkland dick, and you can't have that when you want to win a championship, dude.
Oh, I've had perk dick. I never had Kirk dick though. That's where it comes in bulk. But I wish, I wish I had Kirk dick.
Keep drinking that fucking garbage, and it'll happen.
I'm gonna get leg extensions and dick extensions. I just changed my mind. By the way, I got an appointment next week, so doctor's gonna look at the old Chevro legs down there and see what they can do.
All right. I mean, I think you're making a huge mistake. And if this is your first time listening, one of Cody's New Year's resolutions, besides dry January, which he failed, was to get leg extensions. All right. He wants to be taller. But listen, we're going to support him during this, even though we think it's a bad idea. So I'm glad you got the appointment set up, and I look forward to talking about that next week. But yeah, and also you kind of have to be a dickhead to be a Packers fan, right? You go to that game, you're freezing your fucking,
oh my God, your
nippy titties off. You're getting all excited just to have a fucking cold drive home. Probably crying into a plate of fucking cheese. Going on Pornhub.
It looked so cold up there. It must have been such a kick in the asshole to lose to a kicker like that at the end. Oh, brutal. Oh, and there was that blocked punt. That's really what won it for them, because they couldn't do shit.
Dude, there's a reason why they call it special teams, all right? Because it's got to be special. And in that instance, the whole season, Green Bay special teams were the opposite. So they were just a team. Yeah. They weren't even special.
Well, and back to Aaron Rodgers. He just seems like such a cocky prick. I know he cut off his whole family. He had a brother that was on The Bachelorette or something, and I think that dude won. And he's like, "Oh yeah, Aaron, don't talk to us no more." So he's kind of a prick. In his personal life too.
Yeah, because I don't matter how many times you fuck me over in my life, Cody, and Cody has you guys. Family's family, and you don't do that. So that's another thing. It's we're very family oriented here, and we don't appreciate whatever your mom I don't like Joanne sucks. Josephine, your mom's not the best, but it's a family you got, and you gotta love them.
Yeah.
And then we got all right. So this will be a fun thing to do, right? Let's predict who's going to win the Sunday games, and then we'll fucking talk about it next week. All right. So first game.
Hold on. Last thing I just want to say about Aaron Rodgers, he's got a nice little mullet going on. That's the only thing I'll give it to him, because you and I
we both stole my idea and yours.
Yeah, I mean we've been. We did have it first. We got that Rona flow going. So I'll give it to him. I do like that he went mullet this season, but he looks like shit.
Yeah. So fuck him and his Kirkland dick. All right. Who you got? Los Angeles Rams versus Tampa Bay Bucks.
All right. I'm still going. I'm going to go underdogs again. I think every home game is going to be a loss this week. So I'm going the Rams, and then I'm going the Bills. So that's who I'm picking. I'm picking 4 underdog wins this week, which will be unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, whew, all right. I can vibe with that. I agree with you on. I just want to see the Rams win. I don't want to see Tom Brady win.
No. Nobody does.
He can very easily be next week's dickhead of the week.
Oh, yes.
So fuck Tom Brady. And you know what? I think it's a toss up, but just to make things fun, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I don't see the Chiefs losing at home with Patrick Mahomes unless his brother does some dumb TikTok shit. But that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I could see it, but they're banged up. But Andy Reid, he's like, I'm as Eagles fans, we miss him dearly. So Andy Reid's brilliant. He probably is going to win, but they haven't looked great this season. Mahomes has had a bunch of shitty games, so it depends on which Mahomes shows up because it was a rough start to the season, but the dude's still good.
You know what? I mean, Aaron Rodgers, proof is in the fucking scrapple. It ain't about how you start; it's about how you finish.
That's true.
I think that's like I don't think there's a better way to end it than it ain't about how you start; it's about how you finish. So we started real gross, real edgy, and we kept it going. We stuck to our guns.
Yeah, we went hard this episode, but I'm not. I don't regret it. I'll tell you that.
I don't regret it either. Don't perk because it's over. Perk because it happened, and I'm definitely gonna get perked up today.
All right. Well, let's close out with a little Cody conundrum.
Yeah, Cody conundrum.
Okay. Hold on. If your dog is blind, are you a seeing eye human? Think about that one.
Dude, that's a conundrum from the Code Man. I guess it would. Yeah, you would have to be seeing eye human.
All right. Well, that's it.
All right, think about that,
everybody. Thanks
for listening. We appreciate you. As always, we're on the YouTubes. We're streaming everywhere. Listen up and fucking listen. As blast as always, Code Man. I'm looking forward to hopefully a good week. And hope that's a key word, hopefully. But as always, we're gonna chop it up and have a good time. Code Man, fucking Birdgang, dude.
Fucking Birdgang to you too, Mark. Have a good one.
Stay safe, dickheads.